Hello everyone, this is Gary Tonicourt from morethanasnapshot.com. Today I wanted to talk to you about some viewers' questions. I had a question come in from Sue Worms about how to change lenses when you just don't have very many hands to do it. Seems like you've got cameras and lenses and no place to put them, so what do you do? So I'm going to offer you some options and stay tuned for the answer. All right, my first tip is, if you have some accessories like a good camera bag, you can often use the bag to help you. So here I have an over-the-shoulder bag, which I kind of like as long as it has an opening on the top. So if I want to switch lenses, here I have a fairly large lens, a 70-200. I can hold the camera in my left hand so that I can use my index finger to depress the lens release button. And then I can grab the lens with my right hand, press this camera lens release button, and then turn. Now I can just shift my bag over a little bit, put the lens in the bag, and then I can grab another lens, take the lens cap off, and I'm ready to go. Also depend on what kind of photography you're doing. If I'm doing an event and I know there's not going to be much time or room to change lenses, I'll use a harness something like this where I can put two cameras on, and I might put something like a wide angle lens on one side and a more telephoto lens on the other side, and then I'm prepared quickly for whatever kind of shot I want to make, and yet I could still change the lens on one of them if I needed something different. So again, part of this is going to depend on what kind of photography you're doing. For example, when I'm doing landscape photography, I like a backpack type of bag. That way I can lay it on the ground and open it up, and then it's like having a little table on the ground. I can take my lenses off, I'm working with a tripod, I can put the lenses in the bag, I can grab filters, I can put them on the camera. It's almost like having a little table to work with. Okay, let's talk about switching lenses when you don't have anything to help you. No bags or tables or anything like that. First of all, I'll try it with two larger lenses, which can be difficult. Here I have a 70-200, here I have a 400mm lens. All right, so the first thing is I'm going to have to use my arms to hold the lenses. So I'm going to tuck one under here like a little football. I'm going to hold the camera in my left hand. Again, I'm going to depress the camera release button here and turn. And I'm going to stick the lens under the other arm. So now I've got two lenses here. I'm going to take this lens cap off with my front fingers, grab it with the other hand, make sure I line up my red dot, and I'm ready to go. I can put this other lens on the ground or in a camera bag. Now, when you're doing this, you really want to make sure you shut the camera off so that there's less static electricity to attract dust, and try to keep the camera tilted down if you can. Okay, when working with smaller lenses, there's another little technique you can try. Here I have an 85mm lens on the camera. Here I have a smaller 50mm lens in my other hand. I can take the lens cap off before I start and get rid of it, put it in my pocket. Now, what I want to do is find the spot where the lens alignment dot is. So here, this has a red dot. So I want that red dot where it's going to be where my index finger is so that it'll line up easily when I go to put it on the camera. I know that my matching red dot is somewhere in this area on my Canon body. Then I'm going to make sure I'm holding this lens in my fingertips, the thumb and the first two fingers, leaving this part of my hand to grab this lens. So I'm going to put the 85mm lens in the palm of my hand. I could almost hold the whole camera that way, but I really don't want to because it could easily fall. Again, make sure the camera's off. Try to tilt it down a little bit if you can, so chances are you'll get less dust in the camera. Okay, again, I'm going to hold the body with my left hand so that I can depress the lens release button. Okay, so I'm going to depress the lens release button and I'm going to turn. Now I'm able to take this lens off. Now with my index fingers, I can line up the red dot and turn it on, and I've just changed the lens that easy. Then I can put this lens in my pocket and go on my way shooting. Okay. Similarly, you can do a similar move where you put the lenses end to end, the front element towards the front element, just don't bang them together. Same thing, I'm going to use my left hand to depress the lens release button. I'm going to click it and turn it, and then just flop it over. And I've changed the lens that quickly and that easily. Again, I can put the other one in my pocket and I'm ready to go. So I hope that was helpful. Changing lenses quickly when you don't have anyone else to hold your lenses for you can be a challenge, but if you practice it, it's something that can really help you shoot more diverse compositions because you'll be able to use more of your lenses. And I would highly recommend that you practice these moves over and over and over again over a bed, because it's very easy to drop a lens doing this. So if you practice it a lot, you'll get better at it and you have less of a chance of dropping your lenses. So again, realize that this is a nice quick way to change your lenses, but if you're not careful, there is always a chance you could drop a lens. So give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know also if you have a better way or a different way of changing lenses. And again, this has been Gary D. Tonicourt from morethanasnapshot.com.